Things your students may not know.
Here are a few basic things your students might not know how to do using the browser Chrome. One thing is how to add a new tab. Super important so that you can have multiple information sources or an information source and a tool you're working with on your screen at the same time. So if you notice what I did is I just clicked that plus sign, that added a new tab. You can also go to File, New Tab, or use Command T on an Apple or Control T on a PC. All right. Another thing they might not know how to do is how to bookmark a website. I have so many students that just keep Google searching every time they need a site. For some sites, that's fine because it's fast, but it's a lot easier to bookmark it. Chrome has a little star right here in the location bar that if you just click that, you can add the bookmark. You can even organize it if you have folders and things set up. Once you've done that, your bookmark's there. If you ever want to get rid of your bookmark, once you have that site loaded, just click on that star and then click remove. I find that super important because a lot of students have bookmarks left over maybe from third grade, and now that they're in fourth grade, it clutters up their bookmark bar. Speaking of bookmark bars, mine is showing. By default, our school has it set that they all show already, but if not, you can just right click and come down here and make sure you have show bookmark bar checked. All right, one more thing about bookmarks. Another cool thing you can do is you can take the bookmark and just grab that little lock icon and drag it and drop it right on the bookmark bar. Another thing on our Chrome browser is getting to use the tools we need, like Google Docs or Google Slides or whatever it is. An easy way to get there is using this app launcher, which a lot of us like to call the waffle. But if you just click on that, Google Docs and things are right there. Let kids know that if they don't see it right away, scroll down. And then also, most of the things you need, if you have to, you can always just search for them. And there you go. Now let's take a look inside our Google Drive. I like to have a bookmark on my bookmark bar, but you can also get there through the app launcher. And let's take a look at a couple of things that your students might not know how to do on their Google Drive. One thing they may not realize is you can change the view. Right now I have mine set at list. If you click here, I can change that to grid. That's a lot easier, especially if you have a lot of visual projects like slideshows or Google Drawings, that it's easy to view things that way. Another thing they may not know how to do is how to organize their work in folders. All you have to do is go to New, Folder, give the folder a name, and then you have a folder to organize your work. If you want to change the color, right click on that, and you can change it to any of the colors they have available. You can also do some other things with folders if you right click on, such as you can move them. So if I want to put this folder inside another folder, I can navigate through. Another thing that you can do is take that folder and actually add a shortcut to it. I find this really convenient when I have something that maybe I want papers in this folders available in two other folders, and then I can just make a shortcut. Okay, and then the last thing is just being able to share. Again, right click on it and click share, whether you want to share with one person or you want to make change the restrictions. I have on our system, it's default set to our district, but you can also change it to anyone with the link and give them view settings. Okay, so that's just a couple of the things you can do with folders. There's a lot more to go ahead and experiment and have your kids go ahead and experiment with. And then the last thing we're going to look at in our Google Drive is how to find a paper. If you're like me, even though I'm fairly organized with my folders, sometimes it's hard for me to find a paper right away because I'm going to pause here. It's sometimes hard for me to find a document right away. Maybe I don't remember what I called it. Maybe I can't remember which folder I put it in. So using the search in Drive tool is really helpful. So if I know that it was something about an infographic, I can find all of the different papers that I have that go along with that. Sometimes that's just a little faster. Another tool, if you're not using it already, is Recent. Recent is great because it brings up the last couple of things that you were working on. Starred is a feature I like to use a lot for things I'm working on currently so I can get to them right away. So that's just a little bit about working and organizing your drive.